Good morning. Let me go onto YouTube and double check everything. It is June 28, 2023. We are winding down the month and only 3 more trading days until the first half of the year is in the book. How time flew, right? Amazing. The older you get, I keep reminding myself how fast time goes. It is so fast. 6 months already in the book. 23. Good. All right, we're good to go. All right, let me get right into it. First up is US. All right, as you can see, we are back at the low end of the range, as well as 59.56 spread. I even able to get a couple of those around 60-ish, right? So the strategic petroleum reserve are buying. The government, good news is, one of the few things that the government is doing right. They are buying on the low. They've been talking about the past 2 or 3 months, right? And they could have easily paid 5%, 10% more. But no, they are buying down here. I have no fear on adding to my bullish put spread down here. I might to the next one, TLT. Look at this tight range. Continue to be tight. Every single share I have now has cover call, because what would be the reason for TLT to spike to 105, 106 on the spike? Okay, so now, and if it calls away, please do, because for those that follow me, I had two put that was assigned to me at 101 and 1015 ish down here a couple weeks ago, last month, sometime in May. So to grab 5% gain on those, right? So no worry on that for me. But for now, that right now I see month and quarter end window dressing. Uh, I believe since last week that we're gonna see the market holding at this level. Well, let's jump into SPY. Okay. Yes, the big boy is gonna go in there and keep it up and low market. This is window dressing. This is low volume. I don't know, a lot of hedge funds, they compute quarter end result and then also on top of that. So this is not the time to be bullish, but I'm bullish enough as far as hands and not sell any puts, at least in equity. On TLT, I will. Okay, if there's a weakness in TLT where 101.98 spread start to look attractive, I don't have any problem selling puts on TLT. But as far as equity, for sure in tech, yeah, if you didn't sell the Q on this resistant touch up there last week, not much else to tell you. I know it's hard to not be greedy because you have such a messy. I hear a lot of people in the stock market predicting a 5% correction because 5% is nothing. Okay, 5% is somewhere down here in the 350. I think we can see a 10%. A 10% will bring us closer to the 50, right? So yeah, I do think seeing the 50 MA is in the card. I'm gonna go into cash heavier by the end of this week. Moving in lockstep because of the big boys, the Apple, the Google, the Meta, the Nvidia, all of them, okay, are dragging the market the same direction, no doubt about it. I had no position. I have not had any position in Amazon in over a month. I was selling put spread, some more put spread over here. Easy decision, right? When Amazon is under 100, selling put, not anymore, right? And this move, no thanks. That was a nice move, but no, I'm staying out of Amazon. If you have it, um, the closest I have is 115. I sell even 114, 111, but I buy the share outright. If there is a 5% move down, and if Google fills the gap, yes, I will start to buy right and sell 110, 107 spread. Okay, that's the play right now. I have 4 spread in the 115, 114 area, which is dicey, but I believe the next 2 days will bring stability to Google because the big boys will prop it up, and then who knows what's going to happen after next week, right? After this week. So yeah, next week I think if there's a correction, I have an order to trim, but it's a little bit higher. I might move it down. Okay, I might move it down. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. That's my alarm. Take that off. Don't need that alarm. Yeah, it's there. It's very close. My sell order is actually that the market's gonna push, but depending on what it's gonna do between now and Friday, I might trim some. If I have not trimmed one share in this amazing run, I trim on this gap, and then I set on my hands. Okay, so just to be cautious and disciplined, I will trim some between today and Friday. Should I see a pop and move my sell order that I had at 3 shares in his account that had huge gains. I sold 2 of them on this move. The highest was 436, which I'm pretty, and I started to buy back at 426, all the way down to 40. Yesterday was 404. Now in the morning, as you can see, it's back down to 406. I'm not surprised. I can see Nvidia bounce. Okay, it's like the Q is bouncing on and off the 20 MA. I can see that happen the next 3 days. My plan is if there is a pop to 417, 418 between now and Friday morning, you bet again between now and Friday afternoon, the answer is absolutely. Because if the market have a 5% correction, I will sell a trim. If I see 417, 418 again, trim half, and then set my stop. And where I set my stop, we will discuss that this weekend, depending on where the stop is. But I do believe a 5% correction in the market will get Nvidia to go below the 20 MA and test is the gap fill area. But I do think anything from 369 and above is a real possibility. That might be a good spot to say sell a put spread somewhere like 345, 330 put spread down here using the 50 MA is on Nvidia. Since I'm talking about the SMH, same thing here. Okay, same thing here. It's gonna be if I pull up any big tech, you're gonna see the same thing. They're all flirting, dancing around the 20 MA, and I think it's just a matter. My play is whatever you do with tech, enjoy it, take your profit. The 2 more days before the quarter end. All right, let's move away from tech. Enough of that, right? USO. Did I talk about USO already? I did, right? um, I did already. So let's move away from USO. Let's take a look at. Let's do one more tech. Tesla. Same thing here. Like I said, it's very repetitious, right? A 5% correction, very doable. So heck no. Would I sell put spread down here? Yes. Would I buy? Where would I buy the share outright? At the gap fill? No, because I think it's a hop and a skip away, right? But I think down here, this level of resistance and breakout, that should be some kind of support, right? So would I sell a spread, say 210, 200? Yeah, That's possible. Should there is 20 MA. Okay, so for now, no touch. Let's take a look at banks. KRE. My position in KRE now exceed my Bank of America. I had more share of Bank of America going into last week. I had one Bank of America put aside, and two is a lot higher than per share than Bank of America. Shares at an average of below 40.5. Yeah, let it go. Okay, I'm glad I was patient there. Add it back and add more. Be patient. The big gain is there for fear, and fear subside from the regional banks. But yeah, Bank of America is no brainer to let that 28 put aside, right? I don't mind owning the share down here, buying more. Okay, in a month or two, all the moving average for Bank of America will come down around 30 or lower. That would make it an easy breakout. Goldman Sachs, let's talk about Goldman Sachs. More yesterday, 305, 300 put spread. Why? Down here, okay? Look. Well, I do it up here too. I've been playing Goldman Sachs put spread in the 312, 315 area. Last week, the 315 was not a good idea. Replace it with a lot of 305. I'm very tempted to buy share outright, and depend on what happened Friday, I might start to add shares outright down here, because sure, I'm not going to buy a lot, because who knows next week if there's a 5%. Absolutely, right? So no need to take big risk. I might buy a share or two, and then next week if there is a sell-off in the market overall and Goldman Sachs dip to the 310 and below, then yeah, add more, a whole lot more. Okay, the risk reward is to own the share down here and make a lot of money. Okay, trust me, I like it a lot. See, look, back and close in on where that is. Let me look. See, this line was support, and then it breaks, and then it tried to support again and it failed, and then I like that. The risk reward is in Goldman Sachs. Now JPM, not as attractive. Okay? Not as attractive. Okay, not as attractive. It's bouncing off the 50, which is a good thing, but buy down here. Would I sell put spread? If I do, okay, if there is a 5% correction in the market, I think the spot to sell JPM spread is 130, 30-ish, right? 130.49, right? So I'm gonna put an alert right here. I'm gonna put an alert at the 300 MA, at the 200 MA. Order below. Sell put spread. Yeah, if it touch that, yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, but right now, yeah, I won't touch JPM here. No, not right now. Look at healthcare. Eli Lilly, still the boss. Okay, for those that follow me, I'm not selling any share. Nope. Let it. I'm not even raising my stop. Run. Now this run won't last forever. Speaking of, the wise thing to do, the disciplined thing to do, is to trim a little bit. If I see strength into 468, $20, even if you trim one or two share, okay, that will buy you lunch when they go back down to the 20 MA, right? So trust me, if the market have a 5% correction, Eli Lilly will come down a little bit, but there's a lot of demand for this stock because of the weight loss drugs. So I don't expect it to, the last time it 446, that's over 20 bucks. You sell two share. If I sell two share, yeah, that will buy a very nice lunch and reach. See, give or take, it's right where it was a low, right? Down, it will be a battle to get to the high of the gap day. So the high of the gap down day is 37.05. But whenever it break above 37.05 and hold, then you have the gap fill. Okay, so for now, nothing to do with Pfizer. Nothing to do. You had to. Okay, there is no, oh, I'm gonna hold on. I bought down here. I trim about a third of what I bought here. So if I get up there again, I trim again. Test here of the low of the gap up there. That's not a good thing, right? If it does not, I will set my stop. Speaking of that, what I'm gonna do is set my stop right here at the low of day, which is 35.67. The low of day on the gap up is 35.74. So I will pick the low of day yesterday as my stop on all the share that I bought, just so that I lock in the gain. If I buy them at 34, 35-ish, I'm not gonna give it all back. No, no, no. Okay, so at least that's what I sold a whole bunch of share. I sold the bulk of my share on the run. I'll see what happened next week. Let's see what happened on a market pullback. If there is, and the 210, 205 spread start to look juicy for now. I did add the share. I did not add back everything that I sold up here in the 230. I sold from 225 to 230. So I bought it back, but I will add. I'm not going to do this week, and if you want to buy one, I will do the same today. Just throw it out there, and if it wick down to 131 and break then I buy some share. Okay, to me the risk reward in FV is nothing. There is really it's a ref low right here of 127-ish, right? But that's nothing big. What's big, this 119, 120 region, because that was average coming up. So it can get even uglier, right? Over $10 lower. So it can happen. Not that what would be the catalyst, no, but if people ask me what would be, how low can it go? Yeah, down there. Okay, the last time it got down there, it was an easy decision to go long, right? You gotta, what a move. Can you imagine buying it on the last time it touched the 200 down there at 83, right? Wow, a double. You had a double a year later. I have a put spread at 98 as well as a couple at 96. The 96 is fairly safe to double up my share. Wow, I have over 100 shares, but I wouldn't mind adding 100 more shares of 97.6, 97.5, 97.7-ish, I think, because the put spread. Now, does not mean that I'm not gonna sell my share. Friday will be the day that I will readjust a lot of stop to make sure that I have stop in place going into next week. I will probably talk more about that this Sunday, where my stop is, because I want to portfolio going into next week and July 4th, all right? Because I think things can go haywire next week after the window dressing is done and the big boys start to unwind the positions. Target, I sold put spread. Certainly it feel better after this ugly move. This is ugly. Okay, this move was ugly. It cost me. This one hurt me the most. If you ask the past for 3 months, it's AAP. That was ugly. And this, the two biggest dogs, of course, the last one is Pfizer. That's my 3 dogs in my portfolio. On dips, that I had here, but to me, the risk reward is okay. It's better risk reward down here to sell put below 128 into 125, right? Because I think the risk reward is to go long there. No reason for me to be in Walmart right now. No reason. Same thing with Costco. Wow, what a move. If you have Costco and didn't sell, congratulations. But no, and I'm not kidding when I said the strength in Costco is the money that come out of Target and other retailers that have shoplifting problem, shrinkage as they call it now. It's so dumb. Just call it shoplifting. That's what it is. Organized crime, whatever you want to call it, whatever. But that's where money's went, because we all know. I talk about this. It's not a joke. It's $50 and walk out and no one will stop you. That's the problem. Not at Costco. You can't grab a tray. For a long time, my thesis on Costco was right, and then it become wrong right when Target has the shoplifting problem, right? So that's where money goes. If you had to be in big box retail, money going out of Target, going to Costco. It is that simple. You didn't trim? What are you doing? Trim. It was crazy, super crazy to see that pop, right? I'm setting my stop up here, okay? If it right now my stop is of course way down here, but depending on what it's going to do this week, for the rest of this week, would I trim some more? Yeah, if I see, I have a sell order right now to trim more at 144, okay? But depending on where it finish up, the 200 MA is going to be my stop, because I want to lock in that gain. Okay, be very careful. It was an easy buy below 212, easy. You heard me talk about that last month, easy. Now, depend on where it is, use the previous day, low of day, because I do think the path of least resistance for both DGX and LH. Now what is a big question. Now what, right? Now what? It filled the gap. Same thing here, okay? As much as I like most of my long position, this Friday and this weekend is going to be a serious look at every single long position, no matter what they are, to figure out where the on this, going through all the stickers and talking about where the stop should be, in my opinion, and then you do whatever you want. But you should be prepared going into next week. But yeah, I'm here. But as you can see, if I raise my stop, okay, Tuesday, Monday, yeah, see, so I don't want that. I don't want to get the stop trigger on this fake wick down, right, and bounce. So, but we'll see. Medtronic, I like a lot. I sold this day, I trimmed more on this day, and I said a whole lot more. Okay, so I'm glad I was 90% out of Medtronic. Buy order, and I bought 86.88 was my first buy order, and then I bought it all the way down to 805 or something like that. It was crazy. Okay, it was crazy. I like it. I set and yesterday the low was 86.06. Can you believe it? 1 penny. 1 penny. But no, I don't mind. I like it. Now, would I buy more? Yes. If I get the alert that 86 is here, I buy some more. I like that. I like Medtronic. EW, I did not trim any this week's or last week. Well, last week of course I trimmed, right? On this move last week I trimmed. Same thing here. Stop. Right now my stop is way down here, okay, at the 87 area. But depend on what it's going to do between now. 300 shares? Are you kidding me? I'm not in the business of giving away $600. No. All right, so that's let's see what other sector have. Oh, of course, before I go, healthcare. 5 trading days I did. Okay, where 435, 430. There's no need to do it higher. But 435 and 430, and for now they're okay, right? For now it's okay. It's crazy. It's interesting that ELV is weak along with Humana. If you look at Humana, even uglier chart. big gap. I need to, I have not had time to take a look at the breakdown of an ELV. My takeaway is they may have a larger percentage of their portfolio of their and other area that um, can get squeezed on margin with people returning for surgery compared to UNH. UNH portfolio of revenue is not as exposed, perhaps, okay, but I have not been able to put into research this yet. But the same thing with CI, okay, Cigna, same thing here. What a move. And right now I have nothing, right? Because I was looking for the breakdown that UNH and ELV and Humana got, but not Cigna. What a move. Great looking chart. But for me, for now, no dice. No dice. Okay. I won't, if I'm long, I'll be raising my now 250, 255. Okay. Yeah, 255, 250 spread is decent using below the 100 MA. Then I can see myself selling put spread down there. But for now, no touch. I think that's it. That covered just about everything, right? Thank you for watching. Bye bye.